And the Cancer House of Hope is one of many services offered under the auspices of the Center for Human Development. As Cancer House of Hope prepares for a major annual event, I spoke with CHD Vice President Kim Lee and media consultant Maureen Sullivan to learn a lot more.
The CHD, or the Center for Human Development, operates just about 70 different programs and services throughout Western Massachusetts, Northern Connecticut, and we have a very, very small outreach program in Worcester. So all told, we serve just about 18,000 individuals every single year through those 70 different programs and services, which range from early intervention for children to foster care to our homeless diversion and housing programs to outpatient behavioral health, recovery programs for women with children who are fighting opioid addiction, which, as we know, in our region is of critical need, epidemic proportion, and the Disability Resources, which is a very small program which provides sports and recreation activities or access to adaptive sports for children and adults with severe disabilities. And of course, the Cancer House of Hope.
And again, we're gonna focus on Cancer House of Hope pretty exclusively in just a couple of minutes. One of the programs that's always fascinated me that Center for Human Development operates, and for whatever reason, I've just never gotten to talk about it, so I'm going to today and ask you about it, the Grace House.
Absolutely.
For moms in recovery, you mentioned it. Moms and their kids can come. You can have a pretty significant number of families at the facility, and you're referred there by the Mass Department of Public Health. So these are people that really need some serious help and assistance, and what a great thing it is.
Grace House is a fabulous program, Jim. You know, I love all of CHD's programs, and it's like our children. We're not supposed to have favorites, but we do, and Grace House is actually one of those. I love Grace House. I spend a lot of time up at the particular program because it is so important. You know, it's when moms are suffering from an addiction. They're very often subject to losing their children because of their addiction. And what Grace House allows these women with their children to do is to recover together, because the kids have been affected by the addiction. Obviously, you know, parents, mothers have been affected, and so it's a program. We're actually only one of 8 in the entire state. There is, on average, at any point in time, 50 women waiting for access to Grace House. So it is a very, very critical program. It is an extremely successful program. So the women who come into the program leave us, they leave sober, ready to enter into their long-term, lifelong recovery, because addiction is like any other health disease. It is not curable, it is treatable.
Maureen Sullivan, didn't mean to leave you out of things for a couple of minutes. I know specifically you're very involved in what originally got us in here with you to talk about something called a Night of Light. It's for the Cancer House of Hope, very specifically coming up November 17th. You're coordinating, you're organizing, you're going to help Kim and everybody there at Center for Human Development make this happen. Give us the quick, what I call the kind of Chamber of Commerce speech. What's a Night of Light? It's so special.
It is special, Jim. It's a beautiful evening. It's going to be a beautiful evening of music, hope, remembrance. The Green on Storrowton, which is a new location this year for the event, will be filled with hundreds of luminaria bags with candles lit in honor of those who have passed from cancer, in honor of people who are struggling with the disease currently, and those who have survived the struggle. We're going to have the Hoyokai Madrigal Singers performing. We're going to have music throughout the night. It's going to be a beautiful, peaceful evening where people can really feel good about their donation. It's $5 for a bag, and you can dedicate the bag to a loved one. And so they will be lining the green in alphabetical order so people can come and look at their lights.
I mean, I'm going to bend in here and I'm going to grab one of these so we can talk about it. It's a Southwestern tradition, I believe, a Latino tradition, Hispanic tradition, luminarias at the holidays, at Christmas time. And these are going to be filled with sand, you put a candle down it. Tell me more. Tell me more about it.
So
What
they
it
are,
is.
they will be filled with sand, and then we have, and so thankfully, because of the generous donation of Yankee Candle, all the little luminaria candles that are being used for this year's event were actually donated by the company. Absolutely
That's a huge
tremendous.
savings and a huge
It's a
donation.
huge savings because, and it's so important, Jim. That savings is incredibly important because 100% of everything we do at the Cancer House of Hope is free of charge. So nobody, when they come to the house, has to worry about an insurance co-payment or whether or not their insurance will cover an additional wig or massage or Reiki. So people can just come, get the support and services they need, and just know that they're completely free of charge. But these bags will be filled with sand. We'll have the long-burning votive candles inside. And then on the bags will be a message that individuals who have purchased the bags have written. And the tributes that we've received to date have just been so lovely and so beautiful. You know, don't give up, keep fighting, Mom, or, you know, in memory, Poppy, we love you. So it's just a tremendously moving and meaningful opportunity for people who have been affected by cancer to just spend the night, as Maureen said, remembering and recognizing those.
And Maureen, I'll let you talk about this, but if somebody at home, if you've never seen a Luminaria event, it's really amazing. It really is.
It really is beautiful. If you can imagine just hundreds of lights, candles lit coming through the bags, and especially in Storrowton Village Green with the church in the background, and it's the holiday season, it's going to be beautiful. Storrowton has generously donated hot chocolate for all of those who will be there that night, so we're very thankful to them for that. It's really going to be a very, very beautiful evening, and so we hope people can join us.
And I bet it wasn't hard to say, yeah, I'll sign on, I'll work on this, I'll organize
And
this.
Kim is wonderful to work with, so I always love to help work on her events.
But it's so important to so many people. I was amazed to find, just looking at your website, where people can go right now if they want and dedicate a bag, get it organized, right?
Absolutely. They can go right on our website. They can go to the Cancer House of Hope. They can go into Westfield Savings Bank, a major sponsor of this year's event. They have them available in both their Park Street and their Elm Street locations in Westfield and West Springfield.
300 to 400 people a year served just by Cancer House of Hope through CHD.
Just by the Cancer House of Hope. And you know, the stories, Jim, and the people who come, you know, we had a phone call earlier today from a young woman in our area, Westfield actually, but whose mom lives out of area. And she needed support, she needed services, she just needed somebody to talk to. Her father had just passed from cancer, and now her mom was about to be lost to cancer, and she just didn't know where to turn. And so it's this event that leaves the front door to hope open at the Cancer House of Hope, and so it's an incredibly important event for us.
Well, all the best with a night of light. Let's hope for dry, comfortable temperature weather for you on November 17th at Storrowton Green. It is a magnificent event. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.